families. It's Mr. Eccles and Miss Ty here, and we're just here to give you your curriculum overview for Summer 2. We're really excited to be going into our last term together with reception, and this term we are looking at who lives in a rock pool. We're going to be looking all at things to do with rock pool and marine life, and looking at who lives in the little rock pools that live in the sea, so like crabs and small fishes and seaweed. We've already started looking into this as a class, and we've been doing lots of maths and English to do with the topic and reading some lovely books. So in maths this term, we're going to be verbally counting beyond 20 now. We've spent all of the year working up to 20, and most of our children can count up to that number now. So we're going to keep looking at the counting structure, knowing that each time you count up one, it's just one more. So you get to 20, and then it's 21, 22, and the same when you go up to 30, 31, 32. The children are expert counters now, and they are doing really, really well in their maths. We're also going to be comparing quantities up to 10, knowing what's more, what's less, and what's equal. Again, we've looked at this throughout the year, and we really want to hone in on making sure the children are confident with this part of maths. Lastly, in maths, we are looking at how numbers are represented. So odds, evens, doubles, and sharing numbers. Again, these are all things that we've been looking at previously, but we just want to make sure the children are confident in these areas because these are some of the most trickier ones in maths. So we're really recapping and just getting their knowledge as strong as it can be. In physical development, we are looking at moving in different ways, so hopping, running, skipping, jumping. We're looking at holding a pencil correctly, which, again, most of our children have been writing the whole of reception. They're really good at that, but we've just got a couple more that we want to make sure they're always holding their pencil as they should. And with this, using their pencil in different ways, so sketching and drawing. And in their PE with Miss Davis and Miss Everett, they're going to be looking at bat and ball skills. To help at home with this, you could spend time outside and active together, and you can practice drawing and using different kind of pencils, big ones, small ones, felt tips, gel pens, anything like that, anything that gets the children interested and wanting to make shapes and make words. In expressive art and design, we are looking at sharing creations and explaining why we've used certain things in our creations. So we've got lots of things in our craft area. The kids love using the googly eyes and they love sequins and glitter. And we really want to get out of them. Why have you chosen to do that? Do you like the colour? Have you used that eyes to represent the animal's eyes if they're drawing an animal? Just questions like that, really trying to get into their artistic process. We are also looking at songs, rhymes, poems and stories. As you know, this is something we do every day in reception, and we're continuing right to the end of reception, practicing new songs and reading new books together. And again, at home, you can just help by singing songs and reading poems and reading stories together, as well as asking children when they're drawing and writing, asking why they're doing that and what it's meant to be and what else could they add to it. Next is understanding the world. And here we're going to be looking at the lives of different people in the community. This is something that we did at the very, very start of reception. And we're doing it again now to see how much their knowledge has grown and how many more ways of life they know about now. We're also going to be looking a little bit into geography, at maps and reading information. And we are going to be looking a tiny bit into history too, about things, people and places that are different now as they were before. So I know that first history lesson, we're looking at beach holidays throughout the years and how those have changed. Again, at home, you can look at different medias and discuss the past and present. You might look at VHS tapes and talk about how they were the start of home video, and then we had DVDs, and now we have streaming services, and again with like tapes and CDs and again streaming services, just how different technology has changed throughout the years. We also have GAF this term, which is Griffin Arts Festival. The children are looking into Amelia Earhart. We're looking into her life, and we are creating art pieces inspired by Amelia Earhart, which you'll be able to come to the school and view when it's Griffin Arts Festival. So we're going to be looking lots into that. So if you wanted to read into about Amelia Earhart at home, then feel free. We love knowing what the children will learn with their grown-ups. And I'm going to pass it on to Miss Ty.
In literacy, we're looking at some new stories this term. We're looking at Welcome to the Rock Pool, Sharing a Shell, and Commotion in the Ocean. We'll also be learning to use and understand new vocab, read aloud simple sentences, including common exception words, which we'll be looking at in more detail, and writing simple phrases and sentences that can be read by others. Helping at home, you could practice reading together, ask the children to sound out what they're reading. If they're struggling, please help them. But they could also practice writing letters, cards and stories. In communication and language, this term we're looking at listening and responding to conversations with relevant questions, comments and actions. We're learning about making comments on what they've heard, asking questions to clarify their understanding. You can help at home by having conversations with lots of questions. If it's a topic of their own interest, they'll be more than happy to lead the conversation. If you ask questions, they will keep it going. You could discuss opinions and interests together. You could also model good speaking skills when conversing together, correct tenses where necessary. So sometimes when the children are speaking, they use was instead of were. So maybe just repeat the sentence, but using the correct tense. In personal, social and emotional development, this term we're looking at responding to instructions containing multiple parts, setting and working towards simple goals, controlling their immediate impulses. You could help them at home by encouraging them to keep trying when finding something difficult and giving them tasks and chores to complete at home.
And that's everything. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.